is Bob Cabana aboard the Space Shuttle Columbia, orbiting 160 nautical miles above the Earth. We're extremely proud to be an American as well as an international presence in space during this 25th anniversary of the Apollo lunar landing. Today, at all the NASA centers throughout the country and at the Space Expo in Holland, a new postal stamp is being dedicated to the historic first landing on the moon. Now, for an Apollo 11 25th anniversary celebration, we go live to the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
Well, thank you, Commander Cabana, and welcome everyone to the National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. I'm Larry Speaks, Vice President for Corporate Relations at the Postal Service, and we're happy you could join us today, both in person here and on the NASA television cable channel. We're here today to commemorate with new U.S. stamps the 25th anniversary of the first walk on the moon. And what better way to begin this celebration than to be queued up from space, where Commander Bob Cabana and his shuttle crew, and right now they're conducting their own scientific mission in space. 25 years ago, at this moment, another space mission was underway, one that would change history and touch the hearts and minds of an entire nation. Neil Armstrong was preparing to make his historic walk and become the first human to touch the surface of the moon. Mike Collins was at the control panel of the Apollo 11 command module, Columbia. And astronaut Buzz Aldrin was powering up the spacecraft, getting ready to make his historic special delivery to the moon. Buzz Aldrin, scientist, Air Force colonel, veteran of 66 Korean War missions, and a lunar walk into history. We're especially pleased to have Buzz join us on this important occasion. Buzz? This morning, as we prepare to dedicate the new moon landing stamps, let's start our program with the National Anthem led by Mr. Robert Hockaday, a postal employee in Washington, D.C. Robert?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Robert. We're pleased today to have with us several distinguished guests. On stage, we're honored to have one of America's current generation of space explorers, a man who has piloted 3 shuttle missions and logged more than 585 hours in space, astronaut John Casper, Colonel in the United States Air Force. And I would like to recognize the 2 artists who are today giving us their small pieces of history, well-known father and son team who designed stamps, Paul and Chris Kelly of Stanford and Ridgefield, Connecticut. And we're pleased to have the Postmaster of Washington, D.C., David Clark. David? And now it's my pleasure to turn the microphone over to our host and the director of the beautiful National Air and Space Museum, Dr. Martin Harwitt. Dr. Harwitt.
Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, good morning, and welcome to the Smithsonian's National Air and Space Museum. Today, we're gathered to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the first human footsteps on another world. This anniversary affords us a wonderful opportunity to look back at the Apollo program, one of the truly great accomplishments in human history and a great source of pride for all Americans. This program pushed technology on every front. Each component was engineered to its very limits. Today, I hope you'll find time to visit our Apollo to the Moon commemorative gallery or spend some moments by the Apollo 11 command module, one of the treasures of the National Collection. It's a fitting way to honor the Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins, as well as the 400,000 scientists, engineers, and technicians who fulfilled President John F. Kennedy's vision of putting a man on the moon. An anniversary is also an opportunity to look to the future. Countless mysteries remain to be uncovered. What will the next generation say about space exploration today and in the next decade? We are in a golden age of space exploration. Literally each day we learn more about our universe, our solar system, and even our own planet through satellites, planetary probes, and orbiting telescopes. Tomorrow, this anniversary itself will become part of history, and many people will turn their attention to other routine matters. But we shouldn't forget quickly the accomplishments we're honoring today. I hope that each visitor to the museum will take a moment to stand in our Milestones of Flight gallery and look at the Wright 1903 flyer and the Apollo 11 command module just beneath it. We went from Kitty Hawk to the moon in just 66 years. Let's remember these accomplishments and draw upon them for strength and inspiration as we face the many challenges of the future. Today's young visitor to the National Air and Space Museum may well be the scientist, engineer, or astronaut who takes tomorrow's giant leap for humankind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Harwitt. And now I'm pleased to introduce the Administrator of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, Daniel S. Goldin.
Good morning, especially good morning to the young people here. I see a Boy Scout troop up in front, and I think this stamp is a stamp that's more for the young people than the rest of us who look back on history. They're looking forward on history. And when I look at this stamp, I think about the future. The Apollo program was a starting point. It was the start of the exploration of the new frontier, which we work on today. And as you look at this stamp, you see many messages. In the foreground, you see Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin standing on the moon. In the background, you see planet Earth. And in fact, one of the most important things that came out of the Apollo program was a vision of the planet Earth taken from the moon. And when you look at that planet against the black sky, you see a fragile life form where all of us live. And it gave us the recognition that our resources on this planet are finite, and we must reach out into the heavens, and we must protect our own planet so our children and their children could enjoy life. As a child, I remember buying bags of used stamps, and I'd take the stamps out and I'd put them on the table, and I'd learn about the pioneers who came before me, those that explored the boundaries on planet Earth. And as I look at the stamp, I say, God, there's a wonderful future for these Boy Scouts standing in front of us. Congratulations to the Postal Service. This is a great moment for America.
And now to dedicate the stamps, the Postmaster General of the United States and CEO, Mr. Marvin Runyon.
Thank you, Larry. What a great day for NASA, the Smithsonian, the Postal Service, and the United States of America. I want to thank Dr. Harwood and Mr. Goldin for helping to host this anniversary event. We're honored to have Apollo 11 hero Buzz Aldrin with us today for this celebration, and one of today's space adventurers, three-time shuttle pilot, John Casper. And thanks to all of you for joining us here in this beautiful National Air and Space Museum as we commemorate the great achievements of science and mankind, the first walk on the moon. Looking at exhibits here, it's amazing to consider how far air travel has come since the Wright brothers first flew on December 17, 1903. In 90 years, little more than an instant in the history of the world, aeronautics has changed from dream to reality. From foot power and gossamer wings made of canvas and wood, to today's space shuttles made of aluminum and titanium, running on liquid hydrogen and guided by sophisticated computer equipment. Today, we salute the remarkable quantum leap made by science and engineering, a leap that has taken mankind from the sandy dunes of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, to the rocky, dusty craters of the moon. And yet, more than a great scientific achievement, the Apollo 11 mission stands out as a defining moment for the American spirit. As a nation, we set our sights on breaking out of the physical limitations of the world. With the President's vision, the help of thousands of people, and the support of our nation, the three men of Apollo 11 delivered on that dream. Their triumph proved that with commitment, skill, ingenuity, and teamwork, we really can accomplish anything. Since 1962, with the issuance of the Project Mercury stamp, the Postal Service has recognized the achievements of America's astronauts on billions of stamps. Today, we're happy to celebrate the 25th anniversary of NASA's crowning achievement by issuing these moon landing stamps today. The new stamps capture the drama of that chapter in American history, a chapter that we can all look back on with great pride. I'm also happy to announce that as part of this 25th anniversary recognition, NASA will fly 500,000 of these new express mail moon landing stamps on its next shuttle mission. We'll then use these stamps to create a limited edition commemorative souvenir, a special salute to the space program. Today, on behalf of the nation, we say thank you. Thank you, NASA, and all the scientists, engineers, technicians, and support people who worked together 25 years ago to prove that dreams can come true. And thank you, Apollo 11 astronauts, for making that incredible journey a quarter century ago, for making brand new footprints for science and mankind, and for taking our hopes along with you on your historic walk. Now, it's my pleasure to ask Martin Harwood, Dan Goldin, and Buzz Aldrin to join me in unveiling the new moon landing stamps.
Well, thank you, Mr. Runyon, and his host there unveiling the stamps. Paul and Chris Calley have graciously agreed to autograph your stamps and first day covers in a few moments. They'll be located at the main entrance foyer beside the escalators, and due to the crowd, please limit your autograph request to one item per person. Also in the foyer are booths where the new moon landing stamps and the special National Air and Space Museum covers will be offered. Now I would like to send the broadcast back to NASA television and back to Commander Cabana and the crew of the Space Shuttle Columbia with our best wishes for a successful mission. That concludes our ceremony. Thank you very much. Do we need to pose any more up there?
Mr. Runyon over here in front of this. Makes perfect. I'd like to do a photo op with all three of you one at a time if we can. He wants to present.